here with my friend Veronica, and as you can see, I couldn't wait. That drink you just made looks so good. I had to at least hold it, babysit it.
Absolutely.
So, what made you get into mixology?
You know, it was one of those things that I've always been a very creative person. Art was kind of my first love. It was what I went to school for. And I think at first I just said, oh, it'll be a great way to make some money throughout college. But very early on, I realized that my love for art and creating kind of transferred over into making cocktails. And I loved being able to interact with different people every night. So there's really so many beautiful things about being a bartender that I fell in love with from the beginning.
What's the best feeling when you're making a cocktail?
For me, it's being able to push someone's boundaries a little bit and introduce them to something that they think that maybe they wouldn't like or that they've never heard of, and really kind of taking their interests and kind of just bringing it one step further, you know, and really kind of making their night in that way.
All right, Veronica, I'm looking at you and I'm thinking about all the times that we do stories on bars and restaurants, and I don't see a lot of people who look like you behind the bar. Why don't we see more black women or women of color doing this?
Yeah, well, we're definitely out here. The thing is, I think with any industry, there's barriers to entry, there's misconceptions about, you know, who holds the knowledge, for sure.
Well, when you say misconceptions about who holds the barriers to knowledge, what do you mean? Like, what's an example of that?
Yeah, just the idea that a guest walking into a bar, if they see a black bartender or black female bartender, myself, and a male bartender with, you know, arm cuffs and a handlebar mustache, you know, they're going to automatically assume, just due to our unconscious biases, that he, you know, maybe is the more experienced or more knowledgeable bartender. The spotlight and the shine gets given to the people who fit a particular image, right? And so while I know a ton of really incredibly talented and intelligent black female bartenders who've really been pushing the boundaries in this industry, they're not often the ones who are highlighted. So I really hope to see a lot more of that.
Well, Veronica, one of the things that I heard is people feel like sometimes black mixologists will just give you a really, really sweet drink. And I'm like, I'm just smelling this. And I'm like, this doesn't smell like pure sugar.
Absolutely. I mean, we're like any other craftsman, you know, if you get good at your craft, you know how to create a delicious product regardless of what your guest or customer is looking for, you know. So it really comes down to catering to your guests' needs, and a black mixologist is just as capable of doing that as any other mixologist.
What would you like to see in the future? More of you around?
Yeah, I want to see more black mixologists, and especially more black women mixologists, highlighted for the work that they're doing in this industry, because there are really some incredible things being done and talked about amongst black women in this industry, and I think they're important conversations that need to be had and need to be highlighted. Yeah.
And before we taste this, we've got to know what we're drinking, Veronica.
Yeah.
What is this?
So this is the Love Potion. So it's a special cocktail using Ciroc white grape. We also have pomegranate liqueur, some orange curacao, which is an orange liqueur, and lime juice. So refreshing, and then we've got a nice little floral note from a touch of rose water.
Oh gosh, this smells fantastic. And just so you guys also know out here, she's been doing this for a long time. How long have you been a mixologist?
Yeah, I've been bartending for 8 years. And I've kind of done every kind of establishment you can think of. So I've done the college bars, the dive bars, a little bit of club and nightlife, but I've also done restaurant bars and cocktail bars as well, which is really where I found my home.
All right, I love it. Let's bring some more flavor to
Cheers.
the bar.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.